Hey YouTube, welcome back to GameGenic TCG, and today we will be doing the full archetype breakdown of the new starter Bardock. I will let you guys know that on the Patreon we already have a showcase and deck list of Bardock, and that's just going to be my starting point for testing it. I did make a mistake and I treated the field card like it was a 2-drop instead of a 1-drop, so technically the deck's going to run even smoother than that, but because I already dropped Bardock when I had the video up for SS4 here, I'm going to drop the deck list and showcase of SS4 today when this video goes live. That being said, speaking of the Patreon, I also giving away this for the month of July, and provided everything goes well this weekend, I'll be giving away a top 32 Goku hopefully when it comes over to when it comes to August giveaway. So make sure you keep an eye on that. And then lastly, let's get this video over 100 likes. And if you'd like to support the brand in other ways, there's plenty of links in the description. But going over to UniXDB, getting subscribed to that, and checking out some of the videos on Dragon Ball Gaming in general will help go a long way, because I'm trying to get monetized by that, or with that, by October. So with that being said, let's hop into the content. Okay, so a lot of this we've already seen before, so I'm gonna kind of go through the effects fast, but I will at the same time kind of go into interactions that I didn't go into before for reasons. So with that being said, we actually do have the Bardock leader. He's cool. When attacking, draw one card, awaken, 4 or less, flip over, draw a card, standard. And then on his back end, as the Awaken side, he's got the when attacking, draw one card. This card gains plus 5k power, making a 25k attacker, which is a very, very middling number. Your opponent has to give away a 10k to stop that, so you're going to start taxing your opponent's hand naturally. But activate battle your turn once per turn. Look at the top card of your deck and use up to 1 battle card with Bardock's crew in its special traits as a combo. Place the rest at the top or bottom of your owner's deck. So here's the cool thing. This leader is going to help you find your cards just in great ways. You're either going to be putting your Bardock's crew on a combo, which is going to enable a lot of your other cards, or you're going to be able to look at a card and go, oh, I can't combo with this, but I also don't need this, i.e., a second field card, or just anything you don't really need at the point, and you can put it at the bottom. So this is going to really help you get consistency while pushing a lot of aggression. So with that being said, we got to go over and talk about a card that's going to really bring this deck together, and that's a Lonesome Final Battle. It is the 1 cost, sorry for the guys on Patreon, card that is a field card, and it says activate battle, switch this card to rest mode. Look at the top 2 cards of your deck and place them at the top or bottom of their deck in any order. Like all these Bandai effects, you cannot put one at the top and one at the bottom. They either have to be rearranged and put at the top, or rearranged and put at the bottom. That is law. So with that being said, you're going to be able to look at this and see how things work, and it gets very much so deeper than you would think. Like, for instance, there's a lot of ways you can use this. You can attack with your leader, draw a card, and then activate battle, look at this card, and then rearrange the 2. But what I often like to do is I like to attack with not my leader first. Because if you really think about it, let's say you have like a body on the board or 2 battle cards, you attack with one of the cards that needs a combo to get an effect, right? Then you activate the activate battle of this field card. You look at your top 2 cards and then go, okay, I want to use this card in a combo, and then I want to use this card. I want to draw this card with my leader, or one of the SRs we talk about. And then you put the card you want to combo with at the top, and the card you want to draw into under that. Then you activate the battle of your Awakened leader, comboing with the top card of your deck. It's Bardock's crew. You get the effect, and then you're either going to draw that card off of the SR, or you're going to draw that card off of Resisting Destiny or Fate, or you're going to draw that card off of your leader swing. So there's a lot of cool ways you can set this up, and it will be a little technical. Next card on our list, you got Tora, and Tora is just a 2-cost 20k 5k combo power, which is standard for a Self-Awakener. And when attacking, you add 1 card from your life to your hand, then look at the top card of your deck and place it at the top of its owner's deck or in their owner's drop. In the worst case scenario, you can get a card out the way that you really don't need and you really don't need to draw into, but most of the time you're just going to be checking it, either keeping it there because it's Bardock's crew, just keeping there. But you get to know. It's look at the top card, not reveal, so you're the only person with that knowledge, so you get to a little bit of foresight into what your draw is going to be. Moving on to, and he's Bardock's crew, so you can be filled at the top. That's the important part. Moving on to the next one, you have got Kakarot. He says on play, place 1 card. He's a 1-cost 2 power, 5k combo power. On play, place 1 card from your hand to the top of or bottom of your owner's deck, and if you don't have an energy marker, place 1 energy marker. This is going to be one of the few ways that I think is very, very intuitive with the deck to regain energy markers, because you're going to be able to also stack the top of your deck for Bardock's effect. So I think that's actually going to work out very, very well. You do lose a card from hand, but it's really not as bad as you think. This deck is going to operate in the space of having a small hand. And this is going to allow you to have an energy marker, which is going to enable certain other cards. Next, you have got Bardock. This is a promo. I believe this is the promo you get from the release event, and it's a 2-cost 15k 10k combo power card, which is great because it can be flipped off the top of your deck for 10k combo power, and that's a whole thing. You're constantly adding combo power from the top of your deck once per your turn onto cards. And with your leader can be a base 25, 3,000 or 30,000 if he flips over 5k, or a 35,000 if he flips over a 10k, or you just add this to something else. But more importantly, permanent. While this card is in battle, if you have a card in your combo area, this card gains plus 5k power, and then on play add up to 1 card from your life to your hand. So the moment you put a card in the combo area, he's a 20k plus the 5 or 10k he's going to get down. So this guy literally could, if you use your leader ability to flip a 10k on him, or you just like have a 5k on the board and you combo with it, this guy is going to go up to some pretty decent levels, and he just added a card from your life to your hand if this is early game. So this is actually a pretty nice card, and it's a stunning promo. I think it's actually just a very good promo that's gonna be a 4 in the Bardock deck. Next card we got here, this is also a very good card. 3 cost, 20k power, 5k combo power, auto. When this card, when you use this card in a combo, when you use the card in a combo and this card's in battle, play up to 1 Bardock card with a cost of 2 or less in Bardock's crew and its special traits from your hand. What this is going to do is this is going to drop 2-cost Bardock's crew. So far we've seen the Bardock promo from the release event, and we've also seen Tora. Both of these cards can be dropped. Both of those cards gain a card from your life to your hand. So you're going to be able to like play this card, combo with the card, and then play a card from your hand. So you're going a little neg, but you're at least going to get some of that back with the way those cards work. So that's actually going to be pretty cool. This is going to be how you start to pseudo go wide, but both of those cards are fairly small and easily removed, and I think that's the balance. You get these cards out, but it's not like they're just like hosses sticking on the field for a while. Next, you've got an SR, and this card is snapped. I love this card. 3 cost, 20,000 power, 5k combo power, auto once per turn. When you use a card in a combo with this card's in battle, draw 1 card, then switch this card to active mode. This is the card outside the leader that I think combos very well with the field card, because like I said, you could lead off your turn by attacking with this card for 20, activate battle of the field card, look at your top 2 cards. Oh, it's a Bardock's crew and a non-Bardock's crew. Put the non-Bardock's crew in second place and put the Bardock's crew on the top. Then you use your leader's activate battle to combo with the top card of your deck. It's Bardock's crew. You combo on this guy, you draw the card you put second, and then you untap him ready for the second attack. That's good synergy, and provided you sequence correctly, stunning. Love it, love this. And this guy's gonna get a lot of damage. This deck I don't think is gonna go wide, but you're gonna go so tall, and it's gonna try to make the most out of the cards you have on board, and I appreciate that. Next, you got the double strike, and this is pretty cool. Standard 5k 35k stats, 0 combo power, or sorry, 5 cost 35k stats, 0 combo power, and double strike. But his unique effect is activate battle your turn once per turn. If you have 2 or more cards in your combo area, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards and KO it. Normally that's going to be something off the field and your leader effect in my experience, because this deck you have to manage your hand, or else you're going to burn out really quickly. But more of that, you know, in the actual Patreon article. You'll see how it works. You kind of do have to manage that. Then, moving past that, you've got Fasha. She is very important, because Fasha is going to be able to draw a card when she's played. I know that's a standard effect, but the cool thing is you're going to be minusing by using your combos all the time. Every time you play one of these 1-drops that draws a card, they immediately replace themselves, and provided they don't get smoked off the field, you can then combo with them to trigger your effects and not minus cards in hand. Having this card play itself on turn 2, draw a card, it's a break even. Turn 3, playing the Bardock SR and attacking with it and comboing the Fasha, you didn't lose anything. You're going up to 25, he draws a card, you untap. You actually break even on all fronts, and then you get an extra attack. So that's very good. Do not underestimate the power of 1-drop cantrips in this deck. And Fasha is Bardock's crew, which means she can be flipped off the top if needed. You got a vanilla. The vanillas are very important in this deck. I'm not sure if a Borgo's important because he's only a 1-cost 15k, but vanillas are very important in this deck because you can flip them off the top. Now, a good vanilla, in my opinion, is Shugesh. He's 2-cost 20k, 1,000 or 10,000 combo power, so he's good all around. He can be played off of the 3-drop Bardock that cheats things into play. He's a card that I think you're just going to have to run at 4 to keep your 10ks up, but also keep your Bardock's crew up, and your Bardock's crew that can be played off the top of the deck. How the mighty Shugesh has fallen. If you know, you know, Masters players. Then, grade 8 Bardock, 4-cost 30k. It's not like you're going to play this much, but if you do, you do. And on top of that, he is going to be a 10k combo power you can flip off the top, being a Bardock's crew. Next, you have this card. This is Gene. I'm not really too high on her. Switch this card to rest mode, activate battle, reveal the top card of your deck, and use up to 1 battle card with sand and special traits in a combo, place the rest at the top of the owner's deck. It is cool that it reaches for sands instead of Bardock's crew, but she is not Bardock's crew herself, and the first time you activate battle with her, she is going to be destroyed the next turn. This is like a Bulma, except you don't have the tools to protect her, like time rewound or anything. So really, you're going to get 1 use out of her, and then she's going to die. So we'll see. I like her and I dislike her, but I dislike her more than I like her, if that makes sense. And then the next card we have here is New Legend. Now, New Legend is funny. It's a 4-cost activate man. If your leader has Bardock's crew and its traits, play up to 1 Bardock with a cost of 5 from your hand. So it's really just playing the SR from the starter deck, the Double Striker, and that's kind of rough. That Double Striker already requires 2 cards in the combo area, and this card is like, yo, so you can pay 4 to minus a card from your hand, to minus another card from your hand to get your Double Striker on, who's going to actually ask of another minus. And that's just kind of, no, I don't really like that. But that being said, real quick, we're going to talk about our sponsors, and then we're going to get back to the rest of the archetype breakdown, as well as my thoughts on this archetype. All right, y'all, taking a quick moment to shout out the sponsors for this video. First up is Mystic TCG, a store based in Missouri that sells all sorts of TCG product, even more than what you see featured here on this page. They also buy singles, collections, and prize cards, so make sure you actually catch them out in their store in Missouri at an event, or even on their Facebook, just to be able to see the events here, but also ask them what they're up to and what they're looking for in terms of vending. You can also use the code UNIXTCG to get discounts off your pre-orders as well as orders, so make sure you get your TCG product while it's hot. Then you have Eclipse Cards and Hobby based out of Texas, and if that sounds familiar, they did sponsor me with a box of Fusion World Set 1. But as you can see on this page, there is a plethora of TCG products that they are actually having for sale at their establishment. You can also even buy things that aren't just TCG products. As you can see on the screen right here, they hold their own locals, they hold their own events, and they are going out to more and more events. You can actually check their Facebook to see their schedule, as well as call and ask about their vending list. And at the checkout for their website, you can use the code UNI10X to actually get percentages off your pre-orders or your orders. So go check it out as well. And we're always up to all sorts of things in Universe X, so you can go down the description and check the link tree to find out about my other channels, my Twitch, or any other avenues that I'm creating content on. But if you want to go the extra mile, you can always go down to any description on any video and find my Amazon affiliate links. These products here will differ from video to video to cater to the audience in question, but it's just very easy to see something that you may like or be interested in, open it up, and choose the style and or color that'll work for you. All proceeds will give kickbacks to the channel, so it'll be some direct support, and I'll always appreciate the help from you guys. So with that being said, let's get back to the video. Yep. So basically both of my sponsors are going to be at Gen Con. And I know the Eden, owner of Mystic TCG, will be buying any and all prize cards. So if you want to cash out of a tournament, cash out of a tournament. Just let me know. If you need help finding them, just message me and I'll help you find them. So yeah, with that being said, let's get back to the video. So the next card we actually have here is Resisting Destiny. This card is actually really good. Activate battle, choose your leader and up to 1 of your battle cards and gains plus 15k power for the battle. Then if you have a card in your combo area, draw a card. Now I always like to give a little nugget on one of my favorite interactions that I showcase heavily in the Patreon, and it's really going to come between this card and the SCR that we're going to talk about a little later in the video, because there's going to be a point where if you can stick your SCR on the board, you'll be able to, one of your combos, just attack, combo maybe from the top of your deck with your leader, then tap 1 for Resisting Destiny, and just make sure that 1 is your energy marker. What's going to happen is you're going to Resisting Destiny is going to read that you have something in the combo area. You're going to draw a card, so you're going to break even. Then at the end of the turn, since you used your energy marker, you're going to draw another card from the SCR, and then you're gonna just go +1 in a deck that's bleeding from the hand constantly. So I really do like this card. It really allows you to go super, super tall, and it also very much so helps out with a lot of things. Like, you could be going for your double strike push and be like, okay, I'm going to attack with my double strike. Then I'm going to activate battle to rearrange some things. Oh, I have a super combo and a 10k Bardock screw, whatever. I'm going to put the 10k Bardock screw on the top, the super combo on the bottom. Then I'm going to activate my leader effect, combo at the top of my deck. Bam, there you go. There's a 10k, so your double strike Bardock is now a 25k, and then you're a 45k, and then you're like, okay, I'm going to tap 1 and play Resisting Destiny. So now he's a 60k, and you draw another card. That's the super combo. You put that on. He's a 70k, and then whatever else is in your hand. That is how you can start climbing with this deck. And if that doesn't make sense, like I said, it's stuff I was doing in the Patreon showcase over and over again. So you'll see that there, or if you want to wait a little longer until it's out in the client, you'll see me playing it. So there is that. The next card we have here is Pan GT. These cards aren't Bardock cards per se, but they're definitely cards that are going to be able to play in the deck and do their thing. So you have the Pan, and she's just a 2-cost, 20k power, 5k combo power on play. Add up to 1 card from your life to your hand. It is a Self Awakener that's mandatory pretty much in an SR slot, and that's going to be a little weird. But when attacking, 1, draw a card. Then if you remove an energy marker with this skill, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards, the cost of 4 or less, and return it to the owner's hand. Very, very, very nice. This is a effect that is going to get around a lot of stickier things. You can put back 4-drops Zamasus, 4-drop Jirans, a lot of good cards, 3-drop Vegetas that are going to try to stick to the board, and you can just pop them back in hand and then start wrecking the field around them. So very, very, very good card on this. Moving to the next one, speaking of Self Awakeners, you've got 3-cost 25k Son Goku GT. Very, very, very nice card. We've talked about it a bunch before. On play, add up to 1 card from your life to your hand. Then if you don't have an energy marker, you place an energy marker. You can literally have 2 energy and an energy marker and use them to play this guy, and then you don't have an energy marker anymore, so you make an energy marker, losing nothing, but keeping a huge momentum and making a body on board. Very, very good. Replaces himself. He's just a solid card. Simple, but very solid, very strong, very well statted. Next, you have Son Goku Childhood BR. Yes, he's not a part of the Bardock deck. He's not Bardock's crew, but he is another play 1, draw 1, and that is going to be where you find his strength. He is going to be another card that replaces himself and then can be thrown into the combo zone for beneficial effects. And then you have the Goku SCR. At first, I was like, oh, okay, this is more of a GT card than no, it's not. Just because of the interaction with Resisting Destiny, he goes so hard in that deck, and he helps you get a lot of power in your hand back. He helps you replenish that hand. He helps you overextend. There's so much that he does, and I do very, very, very much so like this character. So yeah, this is just good. He's probably just a 3 of in this deck, maybe a 4 of in Super Saiyan 4. We'll see. We'll see. You guys will see if you join the Patreon. I gotta keep punching that. I gotta keep punching that. We're moving. We're traveling. I gotta keep flagging where I can. Next card is 10 times Kamehameha. This is gonna be format dependent. If we have a lot of low to the ground cards and whatnot, we'll see this play up more. But activate main, choose 1, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards with a cost of 2 or less and KO it. But if you remove an energy marker, you get to look at 2, 3 or less, which is very, very good. It's kind of like a weak sickle, except it pops, so there are going to be some things that kind of get around it. But at the same time, this is going to be very, very good for those red matchups that still load the ground aggro, and I think U7 Goku will still be a strong deck. So it is what it is. Now, moving past that, you do have 10 times Kamehameha just being an absolute house. But you do have this being a little bit weirder to use in Bardock than SS4 Goku, because Bardock doesn't necessarily have the same amount of energy marker acquisition if you're building it to be able to capitalize off the top of your deck as much as it needs to. Now this last card here is Tulu. Tulo, he's the guy that gave Bardock a conscience by showing Bardock that his entire race is going to get smoked in the movie. He's funny. 2 cost, 10k combo power, 10k power. On play, leave the top card of your deck and place it at the top or bottom, or top of the deck or owner's drop. And then activate battle, switch this card to rest mode. If you have 2 or more cards in your combo area, draw a card. The crazy part is thinking this guy is going to survive that long, and then that you're going to have him on the field just for the point where you go -2 or maybe -1, and then you use his effect once, and he's probably going to get attacked for a free draw the next turn. There's a lot of things that are just, it's cute, but does it deserve deck space? I don't think so. So with that being said, let's go into the closing and let's talk about what I like and dislike about the deck. So all in all, I think that Bardock is a fine deck. I think that it is going to be a very popular deck because it's fairly linear. Your management comes from the management of your combo pieces and how you put your pressure on. I do think there's a very specific way that you're going to have to apply that pressure that not everybody is going to pick up immediately. It's going to take some testing, but we'll get into that on the channel, on the Patreon. We'll get into that as the plot thickens. We get closer and closer to this season 3 or this set 3 release. But I think it's going to be a ball. I think it's going to be a ball. I think it's going to be a blast, and I am extremely happy to be able to put this sort of content out. Bardock is going to be fun. He's going to put on a lot of pressure. I do think he is going to be very, 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 very rough on decks that rush to Awaken, because if you rush to Awaken, Bardock will take those last 4 life like it was his job. Now, I guess it kind of is. And then against green, I think it's going to be an interesting thing to see how Bardock players get green down to 4 so that they can then use their muscle to push past that. It's going to be an interesting ride, and I'm excited to see how it plays out. I do think blue is going to keep you from keeping cards on the board, and so every turn you'll have to kind of start from scratch, and that could be fairly rough for the black player in question. And I just think there's a lot that we're going to be able to do. There's a lot we're going to be able to work with, and I'm thinking it's going to be fun. It's going to be really, really fun. So let me know what you guys think about this. If you guys want to see the Bardock breakdown and deck list, as well as I think right now on my page, there's Bardock. There's on my Patreon page is Bardock. There's Blue Goku. There's Super Saiyan 4 Goku as of this video. And then there's Piccolo as well, and we'll get around to making some Jiren and some Majin Buu as well, but we should have a fun time. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Make sure you guys hit that like button, help this video trend, and hopefully I'll see some of you guys at Gen Con. Thanks.